This is the first movie in my series about artists during the time of pandemic to feature a group show. Before we look at the 4 artists, let's meet the curator, who is also a very accomplished artist herself.
My name is Brooke Lanier. I'm a painter and the owner of Brooke Lanier Fine Art, a gallery on Fabric Row in Philadelphia. I think of curation as a form of three-dimensional collage and storytelling, bringing together artworks that share similar aesthetics or concepts in a manner that creates a larger conversation. I thought that spring would be the perfect time to celebrate the vivacity and reawakening of nature. The title Flourish implies the vigor and boldness of lush, healthy plants. This group of artists shares my love of nature, whether we enjoy it by walking in the woods or gardening. I chose pieces that explore a variety of media from traditional to transformative techniques, suggesting the unfurling and growth of the plants they depict. We have a sound installation by Sam Cusimano that allows the plants in the gallery to make music using electrodes that connect them to a MIDI interface. The music changes as the plants react to various stimuli, including changes in light. The shadows of Heather McMordie's wall sculptures become more elaborate as the day goes on, creating the illusion that they are also reacting to the sun.
Hi, I'm Heather McMordie, an artist and printmaker currently based in Providence, Rhode Island. The paper sculptures on view in this exhibit were created in response to my experience in Art in the Open, a one-weekend outdoor residency on the banks of the Schuylkill River. Most of my work is a reflection on plant-soil relationships and cycles of growth and decay. The sculptures in this exhibit are particularly focused on the nutrient cycles among plants along the Schuylkill River. During my time with Art in the Open, I observed the plants and geology of the site and designed and printed collagraphs, a collage-based printmaking process. Afterwards, I had an edition of prints, which I really liked, but also the worn-out printmaking plates and a bunch of proofs, the prints that didn't quite make the cut. These items would normally be discarded, but I was convinced they still had life in them. And that's when these sculptures were created. The base of each sculpture is one of the collage plates, and wrapped around it are plant shapes cut from the discarded prints. The resulting forms give new life and purpose to old materials. I like to think of these as small nests or seed pods that draw the viewer into close investigation of hidden spaces.
Nestled between 3 of Heather's pieces is one by the only artist in the show that I knew.
My name is Steve Donegan. I am a visual artist living in Philadelphia. My life has been devoted to making art, and I began working in tapestry more than 4 years ago. My imagery is comprised of layering forms and shapes from my home garden. The images describe simultaneous views, transparency, and motion. They create an element of myth and sanctity. My tapestries are woven in cotton thread on an industrial jacquard loom that works with a digital interface. This loom uses 6 colors of thread: red, green, yellow, blue, black, and white. However, the secondary and tertiary colors the viewer sees are mixed through the eye. Areas of purple occur as red threads are woven next to blue threads, and oranges are created as yellow threads are next to red. I think what has kept me working throughout my life is a fascination with the inexplicable and wondrous. Those things are what I would convey to each viewer.
My name is Cynthia Back, printmaker and painter. I also combine the two to create print and paint collages. My work focuses on landscape, both from an environmental and from a healing perspective. I take old prints and paintings and cut and separate them for color. I have huge bags of greens, reds, browns, etc. Once I decide on my subject, I make a washy acrylic or gouache painting. Then I start searching through my bags for the colors, textures, and patterns I want. I place a few torn, cut prints on the paper, and when I've accumulated enough, I start gluing things down. In some of the collages, I want areas of flatness, so I start using acrylic or gouache paint. I have 6 collages in the exhibit Flourish. Keys Scene 1 and 2 were created following a residency at the studios at Key West. Blue Mountain Center was made in May 2019. Every year they have a mini residency for fellows. It's a lottery, and I've been lucky to attend in 2018 and 2019. Schuylkill Banks was created as part of Art in the Open, May 2018. Last summer I spent a day along the ocean in New Hampshire, drawn to the colorful marshes nearby. I immediately made a series of collages. Marsh 1 is one of them. Reflections Paths, an imagined scene. I wanted to create a peaceful place of reflections and pattern.
My name is Marisa Keris. I live in Philadelphia. I'm a painter and artist working as an adjunct professor. I teach painting and drawing. I'm a graduate of the Rhode Island School of Design and Tyler School of Art, where I received my MFA in painting in 2018. I work primarily with oil on canvas to make paintings with the theme of nature. Gardening has become a major part of my inspiration, and I began flower farming in 2018. I consider working with plants and growing plants part of my artistic practice. It provides me with another outlet to express creative energy and produces an abundance of visual inspiration. My paintings include imagery of flowers, weeds, and plants composed as tangled masses. They're an attempt to memorialize experiences I've had in nature, especially at the Wissahickon Trail in Philadelphia. Being immersed in nature is where I gather my best ideas, but I primarily work in the studio and from photographs. Studying these singular moments gives me a sense of looking closer at a branch or a tree I would have only quickly noticed.
Wonderful work from all 4 of these artists. Brooke, do you have any closing words?
This is the most experiential show I've ever curated, so it's been especially disappointing that inviting people to enjoy it in its ideal form is delayed indefinitely. I hope that this video will entice people to visit in person once it is safe to venture out into the world again.